Okay, Weight Watchers meeting is over. I should probably take that off. And here's my outfit of the day. Sorry, making you dizzy. Super cute, right? And we are now, it was supposed to be super cold today. I was like, I'm not going to California Adventure in the super cold. It's time to buy a coat. So we are here at Burlington Coat Factory. It's time to get a coat. Yay, I hope they have, I want a rose gold puffy coat. Think they'll have it? Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I don't go shopping very often, but that was fun. Like, why have I never been inside a Burlington Coat Factory? I have. It's just been probably at least 5, 6, 10 years. Okay, first of all, there were not that many coats and they were very hard to find, but I found a rose gold leather coat. I was asking Eddie if it's rose gold or is it just pink, and he said, nah, it's just pink, but look, it matches my watch. I think it's rose gold. So a rose gold leather jacket. It's not super thick, but it's not bad, and it's way better than what I have, which is nothing, for $25. $25. I'll show you guys what it looks like later on because it's also super cute. It's not big enough to wear tons of layers underneath, but I think it'll be okay because it's leather, so it should be warm enough. I shouldn't have to wear tons of layers underneath. I'm just used to wearing tons of layers because everything I have is super cold. So the other thing I got, okay, here's the story behind this. So literally, as soon as we walked into the clothing department, I saw some jeans and I was like, look at his face. I saw some jeans, I was like, oh my gosh. Eddie's like, no, 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 jackets, jackets, focus, focus. So I found my jacket, and then I went back over to the jeans that I saw and looked at them because I just wanted to see like what the price was and if they had my size and blah blah blah. And there were only two pair. One was a size 14 and one was a size 4. So I was like, okay, if the pair I need fits, if any pair fits, the 14 was not gonna fit. If the pair I need fits, which was the size 4, then I'll get them because it was meant to be. And if it doesn't fit, that's fine, I don't need them. The size 4 fit. So number one, that's really cool that I can wear a size 4 off the rack in a regular store. We're not talking Walmart or stores where they jack the sizes weird. And actually in Walmart, I got a size 6 last time, so I wonder if I can get a size 4. Anyway, a size 4 in a regular store, it fits. And look how cute these are. This is what drew me to these jeans. Yes, embroidery. Oh my gosh, they're embroidered, they are distressed, they are super cute, and I'm gonna wear these today, so I'm gonna show you guys what they look like on. They're super cute, they fit. They're like not even like major muffin top kind of fit. It says mid-rise Hamilton skinny. I have no idea what Hamilton skinny is, but they're so cute. These jeans are marked $85 and I got them for $26. It was meant to be. Yes, right? It was meant to be. Okay, we are officially on our way to California Adventure, and I have had, number one, I did not walk to work today this morning, in case you guys were wondering, because I thought it was gonna be like 45 degrees. It actually wasn't that cold. It was like 51, so it wasn't too bad, but last night I asked Eddie's mom to give me a ride because I was worried, and I also thought it might rain, so that's why no walk to work for me this morning. I did have 4 shots of espresso from Starbucks for 0 smart points in a venti cup of ice, and I added 1 muscle milk for 1 smart point. So that's what I've had so far today. I've had 1 smart point. Going into California Adventure, I have here in my super cute hydro flask ice, lots of ice, and I have this sparkling ice grapefruit drink. So that's what I'm bringing with me. And then I also got some of these at Weight Watchers today. I have not tried these, and I don't know why I have not tried them yet, because they are cherry and grapefruit flavor. They are little candies, and the whole box, I think they're like little gummy candies, like gumdrops. The whole box is 1 smart point. So I'm bringing this with me just in case I get snacky. Hopefully I can make good choices after I've been drinking, after I've already eaten all the things I'm gonna eat today, which reminds me I have to find my list, which has everything I'm gonna eat and all the smart points. So I will try to take pictures of what I eat today and put the smart points on it for you guys and for me, because I know it's funny, as ridiculously over points as I go, it still helps me tremendously to at least count the smart points anyway. It's true that sometimes at the end of the week I really hate looking at that negative number, but I still feel like if I count the points anyway, it keeps me in the right frame of mind, at least knowing where I'm at, so I'm not just flailing about in points heaven or hell, however you look at it. So that's what I'm taking with me. And I have, in case you're wondering, on my lips, pretty much nothing. I have this little, one of Eddie's cousins, I guess you could say, sent a bunch of Joico products for me, which was awesome. Like, I have like a year's supply of shampoo and conditioner and a bunch of fun little things. And this little lip gloss is a grape lip gloss, and I don't know if I can take it off one-handed, but she sent this, and that is all I have on my lips today. I figured I would go a little bit natural and give my lips a little break today. So that's it. See you at DCA. Okay, first, those ears. Yeah, those are super cute, huh? Second, these jeans. They fit so awesome. I love them. Almost as much as my patchwork jeans. Okay, California Adventure Food and Wine Festival. Let's start. We just went to the first booth, which is called California Craft Brews, and it is literally all beer except for one item, and that is the white cheddar lager soup. I am counting, so there's about half a cup of soup in there. So if I split it with Eddie, I'm counting a quarter cup of soup for 3 smart points. There's also a mini bread bowl, so I think the whole bread bowl is probably, I want to say, about 4 points. So I'm going to count 2 points for the bread and 3 points for the soup, so 5 total. Okay, it's super loud, so I hope you guys can hear me, but we just went to the Peppers Caliente booth. Yeah, I love me some spice. So here's what we got from that booth. We got jalapeno popper, mac and cheese. It looks like actually a decent amount. I'm gonna count a quarter cup of it for 2 smart points. And then salmon Peruvian poke bowl. There is no rice in this poke bowl. Everything in it is 0 smart points. So 0 smart points for the poke bowl. And then my big spend of the day is the lime margarita. It's a lime margarita with a chili rim and a jalapeno inside. And you wanna know how much? 6 ounces of lime margarita, you guys. 17 smart points. 17. So I'm doing 17 and 2 for the mac and cheese. That's it. Let me show you. Okay guys, we're at my favorite place in California Adventure, which is the winery. And as you can see, things are still pretty dead and dry, still winter looking, but you can see just a tiny few leaves on some of the grapevines. So things are happening, and these guys are going to be growing, and once they start growing, they grow really fast. So I love coming and just checking the progress every time I'm here to see how much these guys have grown. There's a lot of greenery over here, so yeah, pretty soon we'll be seeing some grapes. Okay, pretty soon is in several months. Okay, Disney people are the nicest, funnest people ever. We just had the most random conversation with a fellow wine lover who is from Napa Valley, of course. And just a great conversation about food and wine and trains and Trader Joe's. And they gave us their blue cheese because they don't eat blue cheese. So now I have a big wedge of blue cheese in my bag, which I'm sure I will enjoy later tonight with some nice red wine. Okay, we're off the menu. We're already deviating from the plan, but that's okay. We're a California adventure, we can do that. We are at Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta, hopefully going to enjoy a little show, and I am having 2 glasses of sangria. They are about 4 ounces each. So I'm counting 8 ounces of sangria for 8 smart points and a little bit of cheesecake. Not sure on the cheesecake points, so I will just put it on the picture. Okay, I'm doing a third a piece of the cheesecake for 6 points. Okay, so they did not card Eddie for this sangria, but look what they put on the receipt. Appears over 30. Sorry, Eddie, but you appear to be over 30, sir.
Alright, good.
He doesn't care.
Why it's such a lovely day. Sail away, never be the first time that I could go back. For a flying honeymoon. I will be left by, let's fly away.
And how long have you been cooking for? For our budding
Oh my
culinary
gosh.
students out here, how long have you been at this?
Well, I am 34 and I would say 30 years.
Yeah.
My mom literally was like, here's a comal, like let me give you some tomatoes and some chiles, and like literally put me right up to it right away. So 4 years old, I was like, you know, already working in the kitchen. My mom taught me how to make tortillas at like 5 and 6 years old. So yeah, I've been at it for a really long time.
And was your mom really the inspiration for you becoming a chef and being a part?
Yeah.
And going full force into this?
Yeah, you know, my mom actually lost her mom when she was 7 years old. So she kind of had that like, I want to give you everything that I know because I don't want our family traditions, our family recipes to kind of just go by the wayside and to be forgotten, I think, you know, and so she wanted to leave that legacy, and I completely understand it now that I have my own daughter, you know, and I try to give her the exact same thing, and so yes, my mom is a huge inspiration, so is my grandmother, and really all of the incredible women that are in my family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Were you born here in the United States?
I was born and raised in San Diego.
You were born and raised in San Diego.
Yeah, proudly, baby. Any San Diegans out there? San Diego, baby.
Amazing. What a cool place to actually grow up and to learn about cooking, because it has such a dynamic food scene.
Oh my gosh.
And hasn't it just continued to grow and evolve over the years?
Yeah.
In a tremendous way.
Well, I keep saying that it's such a borderless region. You know, you have people from Baja coming into Southern California. You have Southern California going into Baja. It's become this kind of homogenous area where you just see all this food creativity coming alive, and it's really inspiring.
And MasterChef Season 6, when you first did MasterChef,
yes,
that was 3 years ago, is that right?
I can't believe it.
That is crazy. Who
Can you believe it?
on
I mean,
MasterChef
3 years
Season
ago?
6? We have some fans of yours right here from that show. Yeah, absolutely.
3 years. I mean, it's been 3 years since I you know, decided to take that step and audition for a TV show that would essentially completely change my life.
Yeah, and you had no idea when you got that phone call that you would actually get to do the show, right?
No, I mean, you know, originally what happened was my little sister I actually had a friend who was working for Entertainment Weekly, believe it or not, and she said, you should totally audition. You're always entertaining. You should totally do this. And I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah, you should totally do this. The day of the audition, I was laying in bed like, I'm not going to go. Really? And my little sister walks into the room, I'm not joking, and she kind of like peeks her head in and she's like, you're really not gonna go? And I'm like, no, because like if I go, I'm gonna have to leave for 3 months, and like I don't have anybody to pay my bills. I don't have like any savings. How am I gonna leave for 3 months? I mean, imagine leaving your job for 3 months. Like no boss is ever gonna let you leave your job for 3 months.
And your kid.
And my kid.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a single mom,
yes.
so yeah, and I was like, no, and she literally looks at me and she goes, so you're actually that conceited that you think you're gonna make it?
Ooh.
And then she goes, whatever, and closes the door. I'm not kidding. And I like sat there, and of course, you know, we're like on my phone like, darn it. And I got myself up, I went to the store and I bought everything to make a 3-cheese tortellini and an Asiago sauce. And I always think back to that moment, and I actually talk about this in my book, but it like chokes me up because like I think about it and I'm like, I was like that close to like not even trying. And like so many of us, I think like because we have our day-to-day lives and we have, you know, our responsibilities, we like never decide to go after our dreams.
Absolutely.
And you know, it had always been a dream of mine to go, and I had so many incredible people in my life at that time, like, but you know, it's just a testament to, you know, sometimes if you really go after your dream and you work really hard, you 100% can make them reality.
Motivational speaker right here, Chef Claudia Sandoval. That's right.
I mean,
Double
seriously.
high. I love that.
Double high fives.
I love that.
But seriously.
You will never know if you don't ask the question.
You really don't.
You have to get up and you just have to do it.
Yeah.
It might be a yes, it might be a no, and luckily for you, it was a big yes.
It was a huge yes.
Yes.
and it was a Gordon Ramsay yes.
Yes, it was. We like those as
yes.
That's amazing.
We love those.
And so you actually had to audition with a dish? You actually had to cook in front of the camera.
Yeah.
What was that like?
You have to take a dish and you have to like expect that it's going to stay warm through the whole audition process. But yeah, they have an actual chef that tastes your food, and then there's somebody that acts like a producer that's like asking you questions, and they're like, so your hair is red, why is your hair red? I'm like, because I like punk music. And they're like, you like what?
All the while where there's a camera in your face the whole time, right?
Yeah.
And it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and so the whole time I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like I felt like every answer was going to change something, you know, like it's either going to go really good or it's going to go really bad. But yeah, I mean, they kept asking me questions, and then they tasted my dish. The chef could not believe that I had gotten my pasta so thin for the tortellini. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, you think I bought this at the store? And he goes, well, maybe. I mean, I've never seen somebody roll tortellini that. He's like, how did you get it that thin? I'm like, by hand rolling it.
Yeah.
And he didn't believe me, because anybody that's made pasta with a pasta, like an actual like machine, knows that it only gets so thin because the last one is like the one setting, right? So in order to get it even thinner than that, you actually have to roll it out by hand. And yeah. He asked me a bunch of questions, and sure enough, he was like, wow, I'm kind of impressed. And I moved on. I ended up meeting the executive producers that day, and kind of the rest is history. I was called like in December, and they were like, hey, you're one of 100 that's coming to LA.
Oh my. And what did you do in that moment when you got that phone call? What was the first thing that you did? Did you start crying? Did you call your sister?
No.
And say, you're right? No, you didn't do that. What did you do? What did you feel?
I felt anxiety.
And the anxiety set in.
Well, like exactly what I had told my sister would happen did. Like I was offered to go on the show. They pretty much said to me, you're going to either have to leave for 1 week or 3.5 months. And I'm like, what? And so I ended up calling one of the producers and being like, can you explain that to me a little more? And they were like, yeah, you have to pack your bags for 1 week or 3.5 months. And I'm like, why would that be? And they're like, well, because if we decide that you're staying on the show, you're going to be staying for the full length. And if you end up winning the show, you're going to be here a whole 3.5 months.
Yeah.
You guys, I mean, I need a pack for a week or I mean, that's a big difference.
It's a big difference, and especially as a chef and someone that's running your own business. This woman does consulting and catering, and it's just a really hot business, like I said.
But I wasn't a chef.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
You were not doing that yet.
I was a home cook. I'm a home cook like all of the people that are here. I'm a person that loves food, that has always loved food, that learned about cooking from their family. But no, I mean, and I think a lot of us can attest, some of our favorite meals are ones made by our moms and our grandmothers, right? I mean, so I went in being just a home cook. I was working for like an advertising agency out of San Diego, and I was like, well, let's see what happens. But no, I mean, I had zero savings. The truth of it is, and a lot of people don't know this, I had to open a GoFundMe account.
Wow.
I had to raise $3,300 to even be able to go on the show. And then I asked my bosses for the leave of absence, and sure enough, I got it. But even when I came back, I was let go.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then she had this amazing career waiting for you right at the end of that, right? Which is not always promised. It's really not
funny
always
story.
Promised. Yeah.
That's not the way that went.
No.
So you filmed
many years after that.
You filmed 3.5 months, and then you come home, and the show doesn't air for another 2.5 months. And then this show starts to air, but you can't tell anyone that you've won. And they haven't paid you your check because they hold on to it just so they make sure that you aren't going to tell anyone.
Yeah.
And so you don't get the check until 1 to 2 months after you've won. So I wasn't even working. I was working whatever job I could get. I was washing people's clothes. I was cleaning people's houses. I was doing whatever it took. But here I was like, I just won $250,000. And I'm working on a cookbook, but I can't tell anybody yet.
Yeah.
You know, and it was the most, if you could ever imagine a Twilight like zone moment in your life, it was that moment where you're just like, what is going on? I technically have $250,000 waiting for me at the end of these 9 months, but I can't tell anybody about it. I can't afford to recipe test the recipes that are going in my cookbook. And meanwhile I'm kind of starving, so it's hard. It's hard. And people don't realize that.
Yeah. Yeah, no one ever really
the magic of television.
That's right. It looks so glamorous, doesn't it? That's so cool. I love hearing about your journey because it's so inspiring. Are you guys inspired by this lady? I mean, come on. You're
Test your skill like nothing else ever will. Check out this way. She's my people phone. It's a phone. You're supposed to talk it. What next? You're going to make phone calls on a typewriter? Don't forget to pick up your 3D game glasses before you play. You're up ahead. I'm always ahead. And Mr. Potato Head. But you can call me Mr. Potato Head.
Okay guys, it's avocado time. We just went to the avocado time booth, and we are going to have, right now, I'm going to read this to you, avocado and pepper jack petite guacamole burger, medium rare, oh yes, and it's some sort of avocado hummus and garlic sauce on a pita. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, that was actually like a chicken gyro. So like a chicken pita, sort of. I had half of the burger, which is very good, and half of the pita. So the pita was a little difficult to point, but I will put the points on the pictures for you guys. Okay, now I'm having a strawberry frosé, which is basically a strawberry wine frozen slushie. Okay, I got my adorable, super cute Food and Wine Festival 2018 souvenir, which is pretty much exactly like my 2017 souvenir and will look awesome on my photo collage on my cubicle at work. And here's my new jacket, guys. How cute is this? Okay, my last official booth tasting is from the Eat Your Greens booth, and I have an asparagus Caesar salad and a compressed cucumber salad with a green sauce. I don't know how I'm gonna count that like at all, but I'll show those to you. And then I have two beverages. Both are made from I believe it was like a Korean white sangria. So one is just the basic white sangria, and then the second one is a beet kombucha sangria. Should I be scared? You can totally taste the beets in that. That is weird, but I do like beets. I think that is something that would have to grow on you. Very interesting. It's 8 o'clock. It's 55 degrees. And it feels like 10 degrees. Right, Eddie?
Oh, it's cold, but it could be colder.
We look really, really cold. We look like we come from South America and we're visiting California.
No, I think the thing that is important to us is to stay warm and not to actually get to the point of being cold.
Yes, I'm cold though. Okay, I am so thankful for a warm car. It's very cold. I am so ready for spring. Okay, I have one more taste test to do, believe it or not, because Kayla's Cakes stepped up their game on the macarons again. Yeah, especially for the Food and Wine Festival. Just for the Food and Wine Festival, they have some new flavors, so I had to try them. I had to try a few of them. I don't think I got all of them. Okay, so this one looks very innocent. This is a maple bacon macaron. And I know Lori's gonna correct me on the macaron, right? No, that wasn't close. Lori. I call her Lori. Hi, Lori from the French Riviera. Okay, this one is a creme brulee. And look at that, they got like the sugar, the hard shell sugar coating. That one's gonna be good. This is a fig and olive. Interesting. And the last one is this is a beer espresso tiramisu. So those are my last 4 treats of the night. They are 2 smart points each, so my last 8 points. And I have so many carbs, so much energy, so much food to burn off tomorrow morning at 6:55 a.m.